It's Kay Peacey, and we are here to talk about email designer gold in ActiveCampaign. This is for you if you are using ActiveCampaign and you are aware that you need to get some more bang for that buck that you're paying out, get the clicks, make people happy, get the money. Or if you're thinking about jumping ship to ActiveCampaign from your current provider because you are missing some seriously good email features. I'm going to talk to you about rollovers, menus, mobile versus desktop, conditional content, which is one of my favorite things ever in ActiveCampaign, and link actions, which I think are unique to ActiveCampaign. You need to care about this stuff because clicks mean money. And those people in your audience, they're on the move, they're on their mobile devices, they're busy, they're looking over here, they're looking over there, they've got 600 bajillion emails coming in. You need to get their attention via the design of your email. And to do that, you need a powerful email designer and you need to know what's in there so you can actually use it. So this video is for you. If you're in ActiveCampaign already, you want more bang for buck, or you're thinking about moving to ActiveCampaign because the grass is greener there. By the way, before I jump in, we have a full course on this in my Academy for Email and Automation for the ActiveCampaign email designer, taking you through step by step, not just the things I'm going to show you in this video, but all of the really good stuff in the ActiveCampaign email designer. Here's a link to the ActiveCampaign trial. You get a free trial for 2 weeks, so jump in there if you are exploring whether to move to ActiveCampaign. If you are already in ActiveCampaign, you're going to need this link, slickbusiness.co/learn. Let's get in. First thing to know about the ActiveCampaign email designer is it's got all of the swanky stuff. It's got drag and drop. It's a responsive design. You can put buttons in there. It's got templates. It's got pre-built templates, yada, yada, yada. It's got all of the swishy stuff that you would expect to find in a modern email designer. I am not even going to tell you about that stuff. This video is about the stuff that is really special to ActiveCampaign. The first one is the one that I think is the most fun. It's called a rollover. A rollover is a way to bring some fun into your emails so that you get more engagement. And engagement means clicks, and clicks mean money. The rollover effect in ActiveCampaign is something you use on an image. Instead of just having a single set image like this, you can add a second image that's going to flip in when someone hovers over it. And this is just a really simple example. My glasses on, then my glasses off. It's like a cheeky little look in the signature of the email. And it's really simple to set up. You just literally toggle on the rollover effect. But what does it actually look like when you do that in the platform? You ready? Glasses on, glasses off, glasses on, glasses off. Now, this is a really trivial example of what you could do using the rollover feature. It's playful, it's fun, and it's engaging. And humans love this stuff. The people who are reading your emails out in the real world, anything like this that's going to grab their attention and get the click is gold dust for you. That's why this is going to be click worthy, which turns into money. Here's another example. Let's say you've got a video you want someone to watch. Maybe you even put a GIF in there. You can go a step further and put a rollover in there as well to really leverage that email that you're sending, that chance you've got to get in front of their eyeballs. You need the click. A rollover adds engaging, fun element that you can really lean into. You could have somebody saying boo when they hover over it, that you could hide things in your email. And I do believe email is going for playful, interactive, engaging emails that are gamified. They're the ones that are getting the clicks, and the clicks are the ones that are getting the money. And you need the money from your email because you've got to pay for your ActiveCampaign account. Next one that I'm going to show you is really important for humans. Humans like to be able to navigate stuff as if it were a web page. In email, historically, that was really hard to do, but not in ActiveCampaign, because in ActiveCampaign, if you are building a long email, you can include a menu bar that has internal links within that email. So somebody's looking at it on their phone. They're scrolling down through this email. Maybe they've lost their place because it's all on that narrow screen. If they were on a web page, that page would have internal navigation in it. In ActiveCampaign emails, you can do that in the email itself. It's called a menu bar, and it uses anchor links. If you want to see how to do that, come into my training. Tell me what you would use this for. And imagine that you've got an email where you can allow people to return to the top of it. It opens up a world of much more structured emails, not just simple text, not just a wall of text, but emails that you're clicking on and engaging with as a matter of course. So far, we've got the rollovers for fun. We've got the menus so that people can be comfortable and be able to navigate your emails more successfully. Tell me what you would be doing with these if you were in ActiveCampaign and knew how to do this stuff. Okay, quick intro. I am Kay Peacey. And I'm basically obsessed with ActiveCampaign and email and automation. So I'm really, really good at the technical stuff in ActiveCampaign and email strategy. If you want to join me in my email and automation academy, it's at slickbusiness.co/learn. I teach this stuff in lots of detail. Reminder of why you need to do it. Clicks mean money, and you need return on investment from the email tech that you're paying for. Subscribe to this channel. I talk lots of great strategy and email automation stuff. Let's crack on with the next thing, mobile versus desktop. Why would you want that? You would want that because Monkey's looking on his mobile. He's only got a very narrow screen to look at. If you've got huge images taking up the entirety of the screen on mobile, Monkey can't see the words and he can't see anything to click. So you need your mobile experience to be optimized for mobile and your desktop experience to be optimized for desktop. To do that in ActiveCampaign, you've got these brilliant features to show or hide things based on whether the person is looking on mobile versus whether they're on desktop. A really trivial example of that is showing above me right now. If someone's on mobile, tap to play the video. If they're on desktop, click to play the video. I know it should be obvious, but humans really like it when stuff is presented to them without them having to think about it. So the ability to show different things depending on what device someone is looking at your email on is easy to do in ActiveCampaign. 2 clicks and you are done. And that same individual could look at that email in 2 different places on their desktop or on their mobile. They will experience it differently because you've engineered that experience to really make it work for them. And I got to tell you, failing to design well for mobile versus desktop is killing so much email that I see coming out into inboxes. And that makes me really sad because your email is worth more than that because it is driving your revenue. We're getting to the point where you could build a whole treasure hunt in a single email. You could use the rollover to hide little things. You could have a menu in there to take them to secret links hidden on your website, bring them back again, have them look at it on desktop to unlock something else in there. Playful, imaginative, gamified, engaging email is where the clicks are. And where the clicks are, that's where the money is. And you can do this stuff really easily in that ActiveCampaign email designer. Next thing you want to do is be thinking about conversions and how to really personalize what people are seeing in their emails way beyond just putting their first name in there. Yes, we can make them feel comfortable in that email. We can give them lots of space, pretty things to click. But if that email doesn't connect directly to what they're thinking and feeling at that moment in time, they're not going to click, they're not going to convert. So the next step you go to is to use conditional content. Now, conditional content available in ActiveCampaign's email designer only on Pro and Enterprise plans. So this is a major driver for ActiveCampaign users to upgrade onto Pro. Conditional content allows you to show different things within the same single email. It will show different things to recipients depending on what tags or lists or field values or opens or clicks, depending on what they've done or what you know about them, they're going to see a different version of that email. If I send out an email to my whole list and I've got a call to action in there to join my ActiveCampaign Academy, I do not want the people who are already in my academy to see that call to action. I can use conditional content to say, I don't want my members to see any of these calls to action. And then even within that, I can get specific and say, if someone has been in the academy before and is now left, so they're not in it right now, but they have been before, I can show them different words compared to someone who has never been in the ActiveCampaign Academy. I just want you to sit and think about the power of that for a moment, that you can build one single email that has conditions set on different elements of that email. And you can do this over as many as you want. It doesn't have to be just the calls to action. It could be, are they a lawyer versus a doctor? It could be, are they a mum who's looking after their kids at home versus a dad who's looking after their kids at home? That sort of segmentation and personalization within a single email is the single most powerful thing you can do to massively personalize what you're doing so that they relate to it immediately. Just think about what you could do with that. If you could write one single email that would send out maybe 50 different variations, depending on what tags somebody had in your ActiveCampaign, imagine how much that would streamline what you can do with email, how many fewer emails you would have to write, because you can just write one. It's still going to look different for everyone based on what you know about them. When someone gets that email into their inbox, it is speaking directly to them and their needs because it's showing them content that is directly relevant to them based on what you know. Conditional content If you need this, you should be on ActiveCampaign Pro or Enterprise. So much good stuff in here. We're on to the last one for this video. Link actions is where the follow-up comes in. Link actions is where you've got the click. You've shown them that you are fun, playful, engaging, you know your stuff, you've caught their attention, personalized the email. Now you've got the click. Link action allows you to create action based on that link click. It's a really simple feature in ActiveCampaign, but it is so overlooked. When someone clicks this link, please ActiveCampaign, would you add a tag to this contact? Or please ActiveCampaign, would you add this contact to an automation? So Monkey here clicks a link that says, would you like to know about our strategy intensive one-to-ones? Monkey clicks that link. I'm going to put Monkey into an automation that has a nurture sequence to tell him more about the strategy intensive, because he's shown interest, right? He's ready. And he's shown that by clicking that link. The job now is to follow that up with action using link actions. So link actions, super gold. How would you use that in your business? I want to hear from you. So we've got the rollovers for the fancy pictures. We've got menus, mobile versus desktop, conditional. We've got link actions. If we just look through this email and imagine this whole thing. So we've got it customized so that on mobile, you're going to see tap now to play the video versus on desktop, you're going to see click now to play the video. It's so simple to set this stuff up. The menu with internal links for if you've got a longer email or you want to link out to stuff on your website and you want that to look nice and tidy, you can put icons in there. You can put words in there. It looks different on desktop versus how it looks on mobile because it's a responsive design. You can do rollovers. They're so much fun. Get creative, be playful. The more bold and playful and human you are in your emails, the more clicks you're going to get. And then we've got that conditional stuff where you could include multiple different versions of your call to action or hide it completely for people who've already done it. And that conditional content, super powerful. And then you've got link actions. And with link actions, you can do things like adding someone to an automation if they've clicked through to something like, there we go, check out Kay's one-to-one consultancy services. If someone clicks on that link, I want to know about it because I want then to put them into a nurture sequence. You can also use it to stop things, like you can give Monkey a little button that gives him a choice and says, if you want to stop hearing about this, click this button. The link action could then end an automation or add a tag to them that holds that stuff off for them. There is so much more that I could tell you. If you are keen to learn more about the ActiveCampaign email designer, we have a full course on this. It's like me giving you the guided tour of the Ferrari features in there, including how to do all of those things step by step and how to use them strategically as well. So slickbusiness.co/learn. Subscribe to this channel, my loves. I've got lots more for you on ActiveCampaign and on email and automation strategy and how to use that to grow and make money in your business. And if you're going to watch one more thing after this video, I want you to watch the video on how to boost clicks in your emails. It's got 5 really simple things that you can do in every single email you send to boost the number of clicks. Because remember, clicks equals money and you need the money. Okay? See you in the next one.